Thank you, Melissa and Jacob, of course. It's important to address these things happening in our own community because a lot of the times it happens in a way where it kind of just goes unnoticed. It's the small things. Thanks, appreciate it. It's the small things, the little casual comments that go unnoticed, and that actually leads to a lot of microaggressions, and it really impacts how our community has been raised. I think Dexter is very accepting as a community, but we still have a long way to go, and we can do a lot just by talking to the people around us. That being said, my name is Simon Kim, and here's something I wrote down kind of expressing my feelings. We are now on the forefront of change, and because of what we have done in banding together, protesting in all 50 states, change will happen. Laws will be put in place for more de-escalation training and for the police in this nation to be held to the highest standard possible. Laws will change, but hearts must change for us to see the difference. Real change starts with your neighbor. It starts with a person that sits in front of you in your third period class. Laws will be created, but nothing will change until our hearts do. We're all American people fighting for what we believe will lead to a greater America. The past few days, I've had the privilege of reaching out and having civil discourse with people I disagree with fundamentally. Some of those people don't understand the nature of these protests and what they will accomplish. But if you find someone you disagree with and block them and call them ignorant, you are part of the problem. Instead, educate them. Educate them about redlining, poll taxes, the institutionalized wealth gap. Educate them about the Tulsa Race Massacre and Black Wall Street. Educate them about qualified immunity and how the system has failed our black brothers and sisters. Educate them about the millions of children who fear for their lives because a child just like them was murdered at the hands of injustice. And no matter which way you put it, that fear is wrong. No one should fear for their children's lives at the hands of something that is supposed to make them feel safe. Educate those around you, but also listen to them. Listen to why they think the way they do, and while we may not agree with each other, we can respect each other. It wouldn't be a far-fetched guess to say most of us here don't like Trump. But if we want real change, instead of blocking out every Trump supporter as soon as you see them, talk to them. I know how frustrating it is to see the Hicks and the trolls of Dexter supporting this all lives matter counter-argument, but nothing will change unless we talk. Be the bigger person. This is how we change hearts. In a world where the media constantly shows us the extremes on the left and the right to put us against each other, talking with your neighbor is the best thing you can do. Be louder than the extremes the media paints us with. Be strong. What I've realized is that if we want real change, we have to lower our walls and just talk. To explain our viewpoints and exchange ideas, to make people understand that putting up a fist and screaming Black Lives Matter does not invalidate their life, but represents us standing in unity with George Floyd, Philando Castile, Freddie Gray, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and the millions of others affected by injustices in our nation. To make people understand that privilege doesn't mean your life can't be hard, because life is so hard for a lot of people. But those hardships are never in place because of the color of your skin. To understand that while my parents came to this country with very little and became successful, the racism I face in my life is never to the point where I fear for my own life. And unfortunately, in this country, that is a privilege. Our goal is not to divide, but our goal is to educate, to show unity in times of distress. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Latino, or Indian, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or support the Green Party. I don't really know anyone who supports the Green Party though, but either way, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same color, and we want to see a better America, and I believe that our generation will be the one that accomplishes this. And while a lot of you may have just come here because your friends came, or to be out in the sun, or even to be a counter-protester, really think about why you are here. If you want real change, reach out to those that you disagree with and talk. Research systemic racism in our society and open up discussions about it with people that haven't had access to that information yet. You are hurting this movement if you fail to reach out and talk to those who disagree with you. Real change starts with your neighbor. Real change starts with us.